Purple makes some of the craziest pillows I've ever seen. But while some are ridiculously good, others are embarrassingly bad. So after 30 days of testing, I made a Purple pillow tier list ranking every single one of them. And since this is not a sponsored video, I dropped over $1,000 of my own money on these. So I'm gonna tell you the truth. Only 2 of these pillows are S tier, and Purple's best-selling pillow has a major flaw that ruins it for about half of all people who buy it. First up on our list is the Purple pillow. This is the fun, chubby guy at the party. It's Purple's original and most iconic pillow, but in my opinion, it's not their best work. Basically, they took the Gelflex polymer from their mattresses and said, what if this were a pillow? So that's what you get with this, a 12-pound slab of purple jelly. It's heavy, it's jiggly, it has basically zero structure, and from what I've seen on Reddit, people either love it or hate it. If you are a hot sleeper or you sleep on your back or have neck pain, this could legitimately be an S tier pillow for you, because the airflow on this thing is ridiculous and it can easily be positioned to work in a way that supports your neck, almost like a traction device. It even comes with 2 foam boosters you can slide underneath to adjust the height. But if you're a side sleeper who wants something fluffy, this could be a D tier pillow for you. Personally, I sleep like a 7-Eleven hot dog, just rotating positions all night, and I would never choose the Purple pillow as my primary pillow. It's just got a little too much bounce for me. However, I am going to put it in B tier because I actually think it's a crazy cool accessory to have. You can roll it up for targeted neck or shoulder support. You can use it as a weighted blanket. You can sit on it on office chairs to make them more comfortable. You can use it as a barrier to keep your sweaty, clingy girlfriend on her side of the bed, or you could use it to absolutely decimate her in a pillow fight. So yeah, C tier as a pillow, but A tier as an accessory. I think B tier feels fair for this one. But not all of Purple's pillows are as freaky as the Purple pillow. Purple's Cloud pillow is about as exciting as it looks. I'm gonna be real, this is the basic bitch of the family. She's like a 4 out of 10 with no personality, so it's gonna be our first D tier pillow on this list. It's not a terrible pillow. It's got a down alternative fill consisting of silicone-coated gel fibers to resist clumping, and it is soft and fluffy for back and stomach sleepers, but there's just literally nothing special about it at all. It's obvious to me that Purple just threw this up there as a budget-friendly option compared to their more expensive premium grid pillows. But you're still overpaying for a pillow you could find on Amazon for like $30. The only difference is the Purple logo on the tag. The Purple Cloud also only comes in one height, which I find too tall to be comfortable. This one's an easy skip. But follow me here. What if the basic bitch Cloud pillow went through a rebellious streak? What if she dyed her hair purple and started bringing up politics at Thanksgiving? Well, that is what the GridCloud pillow is. At its core, it's got the same down alternative fiber as the regular Cloud pillow. The key difference is now on one side of the pillow, there's this Gelflex Grid to provide additional support and cooling. And this does make this variation of the Cloud pillow better, but it also makes it double the price, which complicates things for it. Because while it's certainly better than the Cloud pillow, for me, it's still underwhelming compared to some of the premium grid pillows I'll show you later. I'm gonna put the GridCloud pillow in C tier for now. People do seem to like it, but unless you're really dead set on that down alternative feel, I think there are better options for most people. But before we get into the really crazy pillows, Purple did make one more variation of their Cloud line. This little freak is the TwinCloud, and I hate it. Immediate D tier. I didn't even get past one night with this pillow. It's a variation of the Cloud pillow with a down alternative fill, but this time it's 2 pillows in one. There's a softer side and a firmer side with a zipper separating them so you can flip it around to put your head on the side that's more comfortable to you. So in theory, it could be good for side sleepers who want to put their arm through it at night. The problem is when I tried this, the zipper actually came apart way too easily and then took me a few minutes to reattach. Plus, you can't use a pillowcase while sleeping with your arm through it. And since I didn't want to void their return policy with a stain, I didn't even feel comfortable testing it for more than one night. Look, I'm not a hater alligator. I like to give brands grace, especially when they're trying to innovate and do something new. I think that deserves some respect. But unfortunately, this one's a miss. All right, before we get into the best pillows, quick note, you already know this is not a sponsored video. I'm always brutally honest about what I like and dislike, but if you're thinking about buying any of the pillows shown on this list, I'll drop some links down below in the description that I'll keep updated with the best possible deals I can find, and using those links may help support the channel at no cost to you which I always appreciate. But honestly, don't whip out your credit card for any of the pillows I just showed you, because my favorites are coming up, like the Dreamlayer. The Dreamlayer is where Purple starts to innovate in a way that actually works. If you've ever slept on memory foam before, you know how comfortable it is, but it's also notorious for trapping heat, so it's usually not the best for hot sleepers. What I love about the Dreamlayer is how it addresses the biggest problem with memory foam pillows by adding a deep Gelflex Grid to one side, which allows for massive airflow. Plus, according to Purple, it's made of this micro air foam that's filled with billions of microscopic air capsules to improve breathability even further. Honestly, because it's foam, it's still gonna run a little warmer than most of Purple's other pillows, but it is much cooler than any other memory foam pillow I've tried before. As for support, the Gel Grid also collapses under the weight of your head, then lets your head sink into the pillow for deeper contouring than most other pillows. Like the original Purple pillow, the Dreamlayer also comes with 2 booster layers to raise or lower the height of the pillow by up to 2 inches. So whether you're a back, side, or stomach sleeper, it's easy to adjust to an ideal height. Overall, I find the Dreamlayer pillow to be insanely comfortable. Memory foam is comfortable, but it gets hot fast. Purple's Gel Grid is great for cooling, but it can be a bit bouncy. The Dreamlayer pillow very cleverly allows these 2 materials to solve each other's problems. This is definitely an S-tier pillow for me and my second favorite Purple pillow overall. If you love memory foam but hate waking up sweaty, don't pass this one up. But if you're buying any of Purple's premium Gel Grid products, there's something we've got to talk about: the Purple tax. See, I didn't just buy all of Purple's pillows. I also bought their SoftStretch sheets. And if you're getting any of the premium Grid pillows, you're gonna wanna know how these work together. I call these sheets the Purple tax because they're not cheap, but I think they're kind of important to maintain the full benefits of Purple's Gelflex Grid. Purple's SoftStretch sheets are a blend of rayon from bamboo viscose, spandex, and polyester. I do really like how easily the stretchy fitted sheet goes around and stays around the corners of my mattress. They feel silky, stretchy, quiet, and they're breathable, but they're also more of a luxury bed sheet, so they're pretty damn expensive at around a few $100s depending on the size. I've tried different sheets and pillowcases on my Purple mattress and pillows, and I will say, I think these are A-tier sheets if you're using anything with the Purple Gel Grid on it, mostly because they're so stretchy and breathable, which is kind of essential for the whole Gel Grid thing to work well. The material does a good job of stretching and moving into the grid with your body weight, whereas rigid fabrics like cotton kind of tighten like a drum against the Gel Grid, limiting airflow and preventing the grid from dispersing your weight the way it's supposed to. The stretchy pillowcases also work great on some of the larger, more oddly shaped pillows, so they'll never be bursting out on one end. There are definitely cheaper sheets out there, but if you just want to keep things simple and have peace of mind that the Purple Gel Grid is working as intended, the SoftStretch sheets are a very safe and solid bet for any of Purple's grid-based products. The next pillow on our list is by far the most popular pillow Purple sells, but it's actually one that I'll personally be returning. This is the Purple Harmony pillow, which Purple calls the best pillow ever made. The Harmony has Purple's hex grid wrapped around both sides of the pillow, so no matter how you position it, you're always touching that cooling gel. Inside is a core of Telele latex, which is this really bouncy, responsive foam that never gets hot. It's got that same jiggle feel as the original Purple pillow, but this one has way better structure and it's just a lot more refined. When you lay on it, your head just kind of floats. It's hard to describe. It's not soft like memory foam. It's not firm like a traditional pillow. It's just there, supporting you without any pressure. I actually do think it's a great pillow and I can see why it's so highly rated, but there can be a huge flaw with this one that actually affected me. The Harmony comes in 3 fixed heights: low, medium, and tall. And if you pick the wrong height, which about half of all people do, this pillow goes from S tier to maybe C tier instantly. I picked medium thinking that would be fine, but for me, it's a little too high. My head sinks into it just slightly too much, and my neck ends up at a weird angle. I should have gotten low, but I didn't know that until after testing it for a month. So the Harmony is going in A tier for me. Not because it's bad by any means, I think it's incredible if you get the right size, but because Purple makes it almost impossible to know which size you actually need before buying. But here's my advice. If you're not 100% sure about your ideal pillow height, don't get the Harmony. Get the Freeform instead. The Purple Freeform pillow was designed to fix the main issue with the popular Purple Harmony pillow. And my experience with this one has been a wild ride. When I first opened it, I immediately thought, okay, I hate this. This is definitely a D tier pillow. Because the whole idea behind it is that you can remove as much of the stuffing as you want to achieve your preferred pillow height and fill. But when I first tried this, I noticed how much of this little micro flex moon foam was just winding up on my floor and making a mess. So I really thought this was gonna be another flop like the TwinCloud pillow. But I'm glad I gave it a chance because after I pulled half the fill out and spent a couple of nights with it, this is now the most comfortable pillow that I own and an absolute S tier recommendation for anyone. Here's why. First, it takes the best feature of the Purple Harmony, which is the cooling honeycomb gel grid on both sides, so there's never a warm side of the pillow. Second, it fixes the main issue with the Purple Harmony pillow by letting you figure out exactly which height and fill is best for you. You can also separately adjust 2 optional neck roll chambers to create targeted support at the contour of the neck. And before this experiment, I had no idea what kind of pillow height I liked. In fact, most nights I actually slept with my face against the mattress, no pillow at all, which was probably horrible for my neck. But after adjusting the Purple Freeform a few times, I'm sleeping so much better with a low to medium profile pillow. And the Microflex moon foam inside the whole pillow is just really comfortable to sleep on. It feels like a high-end down or feather pillow, and it's comfortable in literally any sleeping position. Plus, the Purple Freeform comes with a second pillowcase used to store whatever fill you remove. So you basically get a bonus throw pillow for free, making this a fantastic value. This is an S tier pillow for sure, and my easiest recommendation on this list. So the only 2 I'm actually keeping are the Freeform and the Dreamlayer. With the Freeform being so good, I'll probably buy another as a gift for my mom. But the Harmony is fantastic if you already know your size, and the purple pillow is a fun novelty if you've got some extra money to blow. All the rest I'd personally skip. And if you plan to buy any of these pillows, I've got affiliate links in the description with the best current prices. But I didn't just test Purple's pillows, I've been sleeping on their mattress for the past few months as well, so you can check out my full review on the Purple mattress right here.